Hello guys. Okay, so wow, here we go. What started this was this little problem here. Well, I got a little notice from the email and from Atari Age. So talked about this at the Zoom meeting. So here we go. If you go to Tiercy sent this to me. So if you go to Editor, oh wait a minute, I can't do this because I need to tell it where the editor is. So if we set the path, go Control 1. And we tell it it's on 8, or we'll say edit's on 9. Okay, so the editor's on 9. Little trick. Like if I go Control 2, I can tell it where the assembler is. It's on 9. I can tell it that. So anyways, we go back. No, that's done. Let's hit Edit. Okay, let's load the editor. Just hit 2, it loads the editor because I told it where it's at. Hit Enter a few times. Then we go back, and back again, and back a third time. Okay, this is where it crashes. Watch this. I hit the period key, which is go to ArcB, and it locks up. It's not doing anything right now, but if you go into the debugger, you'll see that all kinds of weird crap's going on. It's doing this, and then it goes to that, and it just goes downhill from there. And I finally figured out what the problem was. Okay, so the problem is, to fix it, is pretty simply. The scan looks for the period key, and then what I did have was just close all files and then went to RxB. I added this line right here. I want to thank Home Automation, Alex, for telling me about this. I have to double clear at 833C or Extended Basic. It turns out it's kind of weird. In Extended Basic, when it goes to Extended Basic, it just assumes that that value is a 0 from the console. And when we load the editor, it's not. So it crashed, as you can see. So the fix was to go into RxB and add that into the editor, the editor assembler. That fixed it. That one line fixed it. But I found another problem. And that problem was, it turns out that in 2022, my initialization routine for the SAMs does not work. It was badly written. This is the new one. And I only initialized the first 16. Because this really don't need to initialize the rest of them because I'm not using them unless you go into call SAMs and you want to change something, and then you're gonna load the value anyway. So initializing them didn't make any sense. There's no reason to initialize those pages because if you're going to access one, you're going to change the page anyway. So I don't see the point of initializing something for something that's you're not using yet anyway. So I initialized the first 16 because we are using those. And so that's what I did. I wrote a new routine. It's much quicker. See, when I tried to fix it so it did all the registers in the SAMs for the 32 meg, it took forever. It took almost 4 or 5 seconds. So if we do the same thing in the new RxB, and I have to hit S for set, and I have to hit Control 1 for 9. Okay. Now we go back to editor, load it, hit enter a couple of times, hit back, and then we go to the period. When I hit the period, it took almost, I don't know, it took 15 seconds for it to actually get fire up and get to XB. But I fixed all that. Now it's fast, instantaneous almost. It's very quick. So that problem is fixed. The other one I'm having a problem with is the cataloger. One of the requests was that I should do a catalog. If I go call cat, well, let me show you right here. Call cat, and we'll do 6. If I call cat 6, it looks like everything's working fine, right? It's rotating through all the files like it should. If we go to RxB 2020 and go to Editor Assembler, and we go to D and we hit 6, it does the same thing, but it's going to get there. Here's the problem. You notice that it ended? Well, if you go to Directory on 6, which I have right here, this is 6, go all the way to the bottom, you'll find that There's a lot of files missing here. It ends at D26. D26 is way up here. There it is, D26. So there's a problem. It doesn't catalog all the files. There's 200, I think there's something like 243 here. So that's why it's a problem. But as you can see, it ends at 127. So that's built into the cataloger, and it does the same thing here. Now, I can't fix REA. That ain't, in no way. The reason why is because this is kept in VDP memory. So if you keep adding files, I'll run out of VDP memory. Flat out. So that's what it's doing right now. It saves all these files you see right here in VDP memory and which ones it can load or run. So I can't fix REA. That's going to be the way it is. But RxB cataloger I wanted to fix. So I have to come up with some way to fix this. I will eventually come up with an idea. My idea right now is a sector editor, where I can just load the sectors and find all the files and show the names. Anyways, that's what I was working on, and I'm going to post this, and we'll talk to you guys later.